Ba 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 ba. Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of bonus episode 8 of ALs RPOs, celebrating the RJ Collect sets openings of tin number 5, the Mike Trout 10. It is time for one of his big sets. Looks like this one's going to come in a team bag. 4 Sport Exclusive Collection 1993 Classic Games set. Partnered with McDonald's, it seems. Let's check them out. Troy Aikman, quarterback of the UCLA Bruins. Aikman actually played for the Oklahoma Sooners first, then he transferred to UCLA and had a 20-4 record, won both of his bowl games, and was even a Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. Then, of course, went on to Dallas Cowboys. Drew Bledsoe, quarterback of the Washington State Cougars. He was also a Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. Then he helped turn the Patriots into a good team. A scary injury in 2001, bringing about the start of the Tom Brady era. Eric Curry, defensive end of the Alabama Crimson Tide. 1992, his senior year, he was a first-team All-American and a national champion, beating the Miami Hurricanes in the Sugar Bowl. He'd go on to play for Tampa Bay and Jacksonville. Garrison Hurst, running back of the Georgia Bulldogs, 1992 All-American, led the nation in touchdowns and scoring, second only to Herschel Walker for a lot of team records. Then he played for Arizona, Cincinnati, San Francisco, and Denver. Lester Holmes, offensive tackle for Jackson State University. In 1993, he was a first-round draft pick for Philadelphia. He'd also go on to play for Oakland and for Arizona. Marvin Jones, linebacker for Florida State. Two-time All-American. He decided to go pro early and was a first-round pick for the New York Jets, where he played his entire 11-year pro career. O.J. McDuffie, wide receiver for the Penn State Nittany Lions. This record-setting football player also played baseball. He set the Penn State record with 4 stolen bases in a single game. Was drafted by the California Angels, but instead played football for the Miami Dolphins. Rick Meyer, quarterback of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Rick had a fantastic career at quarterback in college, including 2 great bowl game wins, which should have actually been 3 if it had not been for a really bad clipping call. I won't get into it, but just horrible. Leonard Renfro, defensive tackle for the Colorado Buffaloes. After 4 great years at Colorado University, he was drafted in the first round and played 2 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles. Jerry Rice, wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. They called him World when he played with the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils because he could catch anything. First round draft pick in 1985, and the rest is history. Darren Dalton, catcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In 1993, he hit 105 RBIs, but the Phillies lost the World Series to the Blue Jays. He joined the Florida Marlins in 97, finally win the World Series, then retire. Vyacheslav Butsayev, I hope I said that right. He played for the Soviet team, then played for 6 NHL teams before returning to Russia: Philly, San Jose, Anaheim, Florida, Ottawa, and Tampa. 132 NHL games, 17 goals, 26 assists. Kevin DeNin played for the University of Denver, for Canada, for the Whalers, and then for the Philadelphia Flyers in '93. He currently coaches the Utica Comets in the AHL. Andre Faust. In '93, he played for the Philadelphia Flyers once again. He's the first ever player from Princeton University to score a goal in the NHL. And by the way, if you're wondering about the Bears sweaters you've been seeing over and over, it's for the Hershey Bears, a famous team in the American Hockey League. Roman Hamrlik. Exclusive photo with no jersey. He was a great offensive-minded defenseman. Played in '93 for Tampa Bay. He also played for Edmonton, Calgary, Montreal, Washington, both New Yorks, and in his home country of Czechoslovakia. Mark Recchi. He won the Cup in '91 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Then he was traded to Philadelphia. In the '92-93 season, he scored 123 points, still the single-season record for the Flyers. He's also the oldest player ever to score a goal in the finals. He did it in 2011 at the age of 43. Monique Rayom. In '92 for the Atlanta Knights of the International Hockey League, she became the first woman to appear in a regular season professional hockey game. She also played a few preseason games for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Very nice. Dominik Roselle played in 1993 for, you guessed it, the Philadelphia Flyers. He also played for Winnipeg, Anaheim, and Edmonton. Go Bears! Teemu Selanne, the Finnish Flash, one of the greatest of all time. I remember watching in 2014 when he played his last game in the playoffs. Everyone gave him respect. It was quite a moment. Tommy Soderstrom, go Bears. Yep, he was with Philadelphia, and he played with the Islanders too. Captured the Swedish championship 3 times as well. Okay, so I had to look it up, and the internet says that while headquartered in the Atlanta area, Classic Games Inc. was a subsidiary of Scoreboard Inc., a sports memorabilia company in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which is right next to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And Fernie Hardaway, or should I say Penny Hardaway. He did great with Memphis State University, which is now called the University of Memphis. He even went on to win gold at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. Jim Jackson, All-American at Ohio State. They even retired his number 22. He went on to play for 12 different teams in the NBA. Dallas, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Golden State, Portland, Atlanta, Cleveland, Miami, Sacramento, Houston, Phoenix, and the Los Angeles Lakers. Christian Lightner. He was one of the best players in college basketball history, and he was the only college player to be on the 1992 Dream Team, winning gold in Barcelona. Jamal Mashburn, All-American for Kentucky, one of only 6 players since 1970 to have averaged at least 20 points per game in his final NBA season. The other 5 are Jerry West, Larry Bird, Drazen Petrovic, Reggie Lewis, and Michael Jordan. Harold Miner. He was a huge star at USC. They called him Baby Jordan. He won the NBA Slam Dunk Contest twice in '93 and '95. Sadly, his career only lasted 4 years. Knee injuries. Bull and Baby Bull. Okay, here's the story. Greg the Bull Lazinski was an outfielder for, you guessed it, the Philadelphia Phillies. Came runner-up in MVP voting twice in the 70s. His son, Ryan Lazinski, a power-hitting catcher, turned down the University of Miami to sign with the Dodgers, who picked him first in the 1992 draft. Unfortunately for him, he was blocked from being a big leaguer by another power-hitting catcher, Mike Piazza. He ended up playing 8 minor league seasons, and that was it. Alonzo Mourning. Zoe played for Georgetown. He was drafted 2nd overall behind Shaq in the 1992 draft and won an NBA championship with the Miami Heat in 2006. And there he is, Shaquille ONeal. He studied business at LSU, was an All-American twice. In the pros, Rookie of the Year, 15-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP, 4-time NBA champion, and has a gold medal too. Clarence Witherspoon, great player for the University of Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. He had an aggressive playing style, which earned him the nickname Baby Barkley. Everybody's baby. Chris Webber. Remember the Fab Five? In 1992, he was a part of the first team in NCAA history to compete in the championship game with freshmen as all 5 starters. I'll never forget that timeout call in the championship game a year later, though. Chad McConnell, unanimous college baseball All-American, played for Team USA in the 92 Olympics. That year he was drafted by, you guessed it, the Philadelphia Phillies, where he was a minor leaguer until 1996. Phil Nevin, football and baseball player for Cal State Fullerton, 1992 College World Series Most Outstanding Player, even though they lost the championship game to Pepperdine. He played with 7 teams during 12 seasons in the MLB. Paul Shuey, All-American for the North Carolina Tar Heels. He found success in the setup role. Played for Cleveland and LA, retired due to injuries in 2004, then had one last year in 2007 with the Orioles. Derrick Wallace, not a golfer, a baseball player. He played with Pepperdine, in fact. In 1996, he tied an MLB record by striking out 4 batters in 1 inning. Do we have the clip?
And Pelton goes after a bad pitch, but it gets away pitch to Chipper Jones. Strike 3 call. 2 strikes, the pitch back, swung on and missed. Pitch. Breaking ball, struck him out.
Pew, 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 pew. Gotcha. And finally, we have Sean Wills. He played ball as an outfielder for the UCLA Bruins, then played 3 seasons in the minors. He was drafted in 1992 by, you guessed it, the Philadelphia Phillies. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What an awesome set. I really liked it. It took the history everywhere, and it even included a little bit of history of baseball cards and memorabilia companies. That was really neat to see. I guess, they started signing contracts with people who were connected to the Philadelphia area. A couple of big stars, a couple of UCLA stars, which is very, Hollywood entertainment industry. Very interesting stuff. I hope you enjoyed all of that, and I'll see you soon when I'll come to you with the ending of this amazing tin. Until then, be taking care, everyone. bloop, 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 tongue-tied, bloop, bloop.